Video, I'm going to show you how to use AWS Academy to create a Robomaker environment. So the first thing, you need to go to the Chrome browser to search for AWS Academy student login. Since AWS Robomaker has been changed quite a bit, so I'm going to show you how this thing of the new process works. So when you search for AWS Academy student login, you will see there's some Japanese character in here, so you can click on this link. So you should be able to say this type of login, click on student login, put in your credentials, so you'll be able to use AWS Academy. You should have an instance set up as AWS Academy Learners Lab. So click on modules, so you should be able to see Learners Lab Foundation services. So you can see how many credit you will have. If you see AWS is showing red, that means the instance is now start. So you can click on Start Lab. So it does take some time to get everything all started. So in the meantime, I'm going to show you how to look for the setup instruction. So you can put a github.com /temple/AWS mouse. I'm going to put the hyperlink in the description below. So make sure you select for the branch by clicking this drop down arrow, find the save image branch. So you will be able to say this is the command we're going to show you how you're going to get AWS Robomaker to be installed. So let's come back here. You will be able to see AWS is showing as green, so we can click on this. So the process becomes a little different right now. So instead of going AWS Robomaker, we have go to Cloud9. So you can also do Cloud9 search. In here, you will be able to find the instance, or you can find it from reason. So it should be pretty easy for you to find it. Then what you can do is click on create environment. So we're going to call as a micro mouse. We can put as Cloud9, for example. It's just a description, so you can do whenever you want, and click on next step. So in here, you want to select create a new EC2 instance for environment. You could select for different instance type, and obviously if you want your stuff to run a little quicker, you can put more memory, more CPU. So what we could do is just select for M5.large, so that should be sufficient enough. In here, you want to make sure you select Ubuntu server 18.04 LTS. So you could also shut down the EC2 instance after 30 minutes if there's no activity. So this is basically it. So just click on next, then click on create environment. So now it's going to set up AWS environments. So it does take some time to get this environment to be set it up. So what we need to do is we just come back here, then we make sure we will copy this link. Then we come back to the Cloud9. Okay, now as everything is set it up, so I just want to quickly show you, if you want to make the fonts a little larger, you can click on this gear icon. So you can select the user setting. So you should be able to scroll down. You will be able to find different options you can choose. So for example, if you wanted your text color to be in green color, you can choose the green or some other color if you want to. So you can set a background in here as blue, or do whatever you want. So you can change the font size large or small. So this is basically what you should do, change the interface. If you're satisfied with your setting, you can click on the gear to go back there. So once again, you can come back here if you want to copy this link, and you go to this terminal window on down below. So this is the file directory. So I'm going to copy paste this link. So it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to get the AWS Robomaker to be set up from here. But this is basically how the setup is. So you can click on this. This is basically the file editor window. So if you want to create a new terminal window, you can click on this plus sign here, then create a new terminal window. It does create different tabs. You can switch them back and forth. Not only that, you should be able to click on here, then that's you can also select a different new windows. So it's pretty easy to create multiple windows from here. And if you don't want to use it, you can just close this. So it's pretty easy. So we just wait for 15 to 20 minutes for this to be finished. So now this is being installed after about 15 minutes. So what that does is installing all the necessary ROS and a gazebo as well as a display window. So this is basically it. What you could also do is just do a sudo reboot. So restart this instance. So it takes some time, and so we can wait for this or can just go back to here. So we can click on this, and I'm going to show you how to get into this console again. So you can view all service to look for the Cloud9 or recent visit. So if you want to use all services, you should be able to find the Cloud9 in here somewhere. So you should be able to see Cloud9. Let's see. Yeah, it's right here in the development tools. So generally it's always easier, just search from the top, and we can click on this. So the one we just created should be the Micro Mouse Cloud9. So we can click on this, then click on Open IDE. So hopefully everything got the reboot. Yeah, you can see everything got a reboot. And I'm going to show you something really simple. You can click on preview and preview then this is basically a little bit different than the previous Robomaker. So to open X window, you can click on this expansion window next to the browser. So it's basically start the nice DCV. So this is basically X window. So you can, once you click on it, then we'll just say allow the X window. Let's now make sure we don't upgrade it. So what you need to do next is try to display something. We can right now close this. So make sure if you want to display anything, you want to export display equal to :0, because this is the zeroth window we start. So one simple app we can do is just do XI. So this basically will show this type of XI application. You can move the mouse, so the eyes are following the mouse movements. So this is a simple app. You will be able to say this is a launch X window application. But remember, each time you open a new terminal, you gotta do the export it again. So the simple command is just do $EX. So that's just basically start. What's the most recent command? Starts from EX. So for example, export. So let's look for that. If you do $X, remember we just most recent command is XI. So if we do this, so that's going to be showing this XIs in here. And you can click on the activity, so they should show you the file manager, so you can move the file much more easier here. So this is basically the X window application. And so remember, each time you open new window, you make sure you do export display again. So this is something you gotta make sure if you want to open some X window application. So for example, if you want to open Gazebo, and we should be able to do this in the X window. It does take some time to load it up. So this is basically how you should be able to open the Robomaker. So we can close this, and if you're missing that, so you can just go back there, preview running application, open it again. So I think you should be able to open XI again. I think it's a reference to the same X window. So it's pretty nice application that you will be able to use.